to TGP2. It is round 15 and 16. It's a Singapore Grand Prix at the moment, but we've got Russia to come later on. We're currently on board now with Jack Pearson, your current championship leader. Yet to do a lap at the moment. Oh no, he's just finished it, and he's gone third, a 1:37.2 behind Bossman Sean and Alistair. Strong then. Season so far for Jack. Luca's missed a few weeks, but he's got the gap that he needs. It's 96 points. And his closest rival is Jack Craig, and he's down at the moment in P14, yet to do a lap, and currently in the pits. 3 minutes 45 remaining. Who is going to take pole in Singapore? I've got a few of the drivers in the party this afternoon, so you will hear a few of their feedback, not just me.
Are we in the pits?
There's only one Alfa Romeo out on track. Is that you?
Yeah.
Great feature, Jack. You can enable a track map. Shows you where all the cars are, mate.
Yellow flag down in sector 2. Someone 9 has gone off of Mercedes, leaving the pit lane as well. We're trying to have a look, see who's gone off. I think it might have been
a Ferrari.
J's, or Ferrari running from Joseph Sayer.
It was just me going slowly, I didn't actually go off.
A lot of drivers then heading out now on their outlaps. 2 minutes 25 remaining in the session. Bossman Sean, the provisional pole holder, 36.9. Not much separating first and second. Can Jack squeeze himself onto the front row, maybe get the pole position? Joe Sayer always goes strong at Singapore. He'll be right on board with him now. He's currently on an outlap. Can he snatch a surprise pole position? On the decline of recent seasons is Joe Sayer. So he'll be hoping for a pole position.
Turned up.
He is a paid driver and currently wasn't paying for his seat, so he was replaced.
Jack, what time did you set?
37.2, something like that.
Mine was 37.2.
Come on.
Well, Jack, make it out here.
No.
He's not left.
No, he's
the pit. He's leaving now.
You were on a lap lap, weren't you?
No, I come back in.
You'll have to cut a few corners, but I don't know if that was in the rules. That rule was tweaked a bit at Monza. I don't know if Jack will be able to do it here at Singapore, but there's not many corners to cut. We're going to ride on board now with Joe Sayer losing the rear through the final corner. We'll go on board now with him into turn 1.
Any cars on a lap on this back straight?
Nice and clean there through turn 1 and 2 and 3 from Joe Sayer. Now onto the DRS straight.
I think that's what he's done on a valid lap.
Opens the DRS. Obviously, TGP now running strict. You've got to be careful with track limits. Joe Sayer now down the straight he goes. DRS open 195 miles an hour. Just under a tenth down on pole position. Keeping it nice and clean. Baza has retired from the session, so he will not be improving on his time. Currently in P11, 139.8 from the McLaren. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, so well out the way of Joe Sayer.
My thumb flipped off the stick.
Oh, steering wheel problems for the Red Bull.
Abandon lap, you go again.
We talk later.
On board now with Allison.
It's not going to be enough time.
His flying lap. He's going to get the slipstream here from Dom Smith. Now that could be beneficial to see if he can get a second pole position in his debut season in TGP. There's a Renault in the wall there. Very close was the Mercedes, but Allison now getting the slipstream from Dom. Will they catch him on this lap? He'll want the slipstream rather than the dirty air. Bossman Sean rounding the final corner. Can he do anything to cement his lap time? Doesn't improve. 1:36.977 a beat. Alistair's catching Dominic here. This isn't good for the Scotsman. Jack Pearson then will not be improving. Oh, there's Smokey J's goes pole. A 1:36.4 now to beat. Now that is an incredible lap.
TGB1.
That is TGB1 pace if I've ever seen it. Alistair has to find almost a second, well, half a second to claim pole position. And at the moment, he's half a second down.
Whoa, what the fuck is that?
Probably getting the dirty air now from Dom Smith.
You're right there, chat.
Sorry, why is my car pulled over and crashed into the wall?
Not the cleanest of laps so far from the Mercedes, number 6. Under the grandstand he goes. He's got Toro Rosso behind him.
Good luck getting that repaired for the race.
Alistair now, what can he do? Rounding the final corner. Getting the dirty air from that Alfa Romeo. Can he go pole? No, stays third. Erlang now, he boxes. That will be the end now of qualifying. No one else yet to improve. And it is Smokey Jays with an incredible lap time right at the depth to send him to pole position. Bossman Sean then in second, couldn't improve on his last lap. Elite shots then. Jack Craig in a very comfortable position now. P6 on the mediums. Now that was the strategy that won Matt the race in TGB1. Started at the back, went the mediums, because the softs do not last long around here at all. So Jack, who you would say is in prime position here, he's got the perfect strategy. He's got to make sure he gets out of damage. That's an Alfa Romeo in the wall, and Jack, they're going to have to rebuild that very quickly.
I didn't even crash, the AI did.
Yeah, but the AI learns from its human.
Dom, did you see my message?
So it is Smokey J's on pole. Bossman Sean is second, half a second down then on Smokey. It's Inverness Fan 94 in third, Jack Pearson in fourth, it's Joe in fifth, and Jack Craig in sixth, Luca seventh, Dom eighth, Erlang ninth, and Daz rounding out the top 10. 3 runners on mediums in the top 10, and that's Jack, Luca Chiapelli and Erlang.
Okay, we are good, we speak after. Okay, there's a helicopter in the party.
The cars are lining up on the grid. The teams are doing their final preparations ahead of lights out. It's a very narrow track. It's a very twisty track. Turn 1 is quite narrow, especially you've got the whole field going in there at once. You'll want to be nice and clean, but you'll also want to be the first out of turn 1 as well. Another overtaking zone down the wee straight. Just waiting for the final teams to say that their cars are ready.
Right, what's break?
Seems when Joe takes everyone out now.
Good luck, everyone.
The lights are coming on now. 5 red lights for the Singapore Grand Prix. And we're lights out. And away we go. It's a good start there from Smokey J's as the field gets away nicely. Alistair, there's a Ferrari round! There is a Ferrari round. There's an Alfa Romeo now leading, and I think that's Jack. Cars are taking it slowly, not to be given penalties, but it's Jack who comes out on top there. Jack now leads this Grand Prix. Luca second, and Alistair third. Joe remains in fourth. Dom to fifth, and Bossman Sean was spinning in the background, and now sixth. So very good start there for your championship leader, Jack Pearson.
Wing. Who kamikazed in there? Anyone know?
Which I don't know.
Oh, got sucked right into the back of your diffuser there. My car was like,
a few cars picking up penalties for ignoring yellow flags. I'm sure they will be removed. But Jack's dropping down and he's not got a wing. Started on the mediums, had the perfect strategy. He's now going to have to go for the hard compound of tyre. And that is his race well and truly out the window.
You got throwing damage though?
Yeah. I didn't announce.
When you left, sorry.
Oh, there's a Ferrari there. Shit, you should have shouted.
There goes Bossman Sean on Joe Sayer. The Ferrari trying to get up to fifth, but Joe defending nice enough. The two go side by side now. Bossman Sean, I think, does have
Sean, inside,
damage.
go inside.
I'm pitting as well, I've got damage too.
Well, alright.
A lot of cars with damage there.
Good
on, the front three streaking away then. 2.8 Dom behind as Alistair.
Bazza, well, I'll let you through here in a second, hang on. Bazza go.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Oh shit.
Luca is in prime position here on the mediums and into second. This is brilliant for Luca Chiapelli. The undercut is powerful here, but he will be on fresh softs while everyone else is on worn medium compounds or hard. Alistair Bain then on the back of the Renault. Can he get past? Jack starting to streak away at the front. 1.8 seconds he has and looking to extend his championship lead. It stands at 96 at the moment. And Dazik's been disqualified, blocking the pit lane.
Here's the pit wall.
Well, that is incredible. Dazik's been disqualified. Smokey Days is actually out of this Grand Prix as well. I've missed that, so he has clattered the wall somewhere. But again, Jack continuing to pull out on Luca. Alistair now all over the back of the Renault. Can he get past and into second place? Alistair now getting close to the Renault. He will be getting better traction, but is Luca the quicker driver to keep him ahead? Getting very close there to the back of the Renault diffuser. But again, look at holding second place, and I think
Jack a huge favour.
Jack's pitted, but gone onto the medium compound tyre, so he will be two-stopping in this Grand Prix. That is very strange from Mercedes. Bossman Sean goes on to the hard compound tyre. Joe onto the hard compound of tyre. Everyone else on the mediums or the softs. Chris Johnson all over the back of Angel versus Death. 1/10 separating the two. Yellow flag in sector 2. We'll find out who that was for in a moment's time. But Chris Johnson all over the back of Angel's Death. He goes deep. It's mediums versus softs. McLaren versus Red Bull. And the battle for 6th as Jack says the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 140.7. But Chris Johnson now on the back of Angel's Death. Can he make the move? Bit slow into the final corner. But Angel runs wide. DRS now deployed. He hasn't got it on this straight though. Brady goes down into turn 1. Chris Johnson laying on the brakes. Can't quite make the move. Angel Death shut the door there a bit. Kimi Raikkonen, Kvyat-esque into turn 1 there, but Chris Johnson has to hold back and stays into 7th. But now he'll have DRS going down the straight. Not the longest straight in Formula 1. DRS open now on the McLaren. As he gets closer and closer now to Angel versus Death.
Whoa.
Pulls to the inside. Chris Johnson later on the brakes makes the move and is in now to 7th place. McLaren running 5th and 6th. Strong showing from them so far.
Anyone get that message?
Got the same message, Jack.
What, DRS enabled?
No, rain.
I don't get that now.
Rain
10 minutes.
in 10 to 15 minutes. This could spice up this Grand Prix.
Oh, shit.
Teams like McLaren will not want the rain because they'll have to double stack or stay out. Alfa Romeo looking fine. Renault looking fine for that as well. So are Mercedes. But also continuing to hound Luca Chiapelli. Another yellow flag into sector 1. Bossman Sean now getting pushed by Joe Sayer. This is for the final points position. TGP no longer using the Sayer Sports point system. I think it was Sean then just overtaking Joe Sayer. Heard on the team radio there.
Don't, I'm going one more. You can go if you want.
Oh, I was going to go one more too. Okay, well, I'll go the lap you were going to go.
Red Bull Kim has going in incredibly slow here. Now that could be dangerous for other drivers. Jack not too far behind Kim. He'll have to make sure he stays out the way of these leaders. But again, Alistair testing now. Look at Chiapelli. The gap almost out of DRS range is the Mercedes. I think he will be coming onto the straight. 1 second is the gap. But what was he at the detection zone? The Mercedes, does he have DRS? No, he doesn't. 1.7 separating Jack and Luca. The softs will now be starting to fade away and the mediums will start to come in to their chance. Alistair losing the rear there. He's losing grip on those rears. The softs continuing to go off.
These tires are fucking
Jack sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 139.7, so that's good for him. He's in clean air. No, he's not. He's got Joe Sayer ahead of him. Nice camera angle that was. Thank you. On the back
all over me as well.
Joe. Alistair's been given a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Shit, man.
That came ahead.
Red Bull came ahead of Dom. Blue flags will be waving. Haas drivers at the wall.
Don't tell me he's a lap down already.
Red Bull Kim getting out of the way after being a lap down in the Haas.
Wow, who had 2 or 3 laps?
He's doing Rich Energy
Jack,
proud.
Jack, you pin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to.
We follow Jack then, there's the call, box from Alfa Romeo, so it looks like we will see Jack into the pit lane this time around. Into the pits comes the Alfa Romeo. Luca inevitably will stay out. Alistair in the Mercedes.
Where's the brakes on this thing?
Dom will have to stay out. The two McLarens.
Cards are awful.
Staying out.
Absolutely movable.
James Botham again on the medium competitors will have to stay out as well. Angel
I was
versus
all going for the inside.
Oh, by the way, Joe, I wouldn't fight elite shots too much. He has to stop again.
Oh yeah, he's 3 now anyway.
Where's Jack going to rejoin? Erlenang, I think has just passed him. Jack will have clean air.
Second, third, fourth, Aiden. 3-car battle.
Here we go then. Dom Smith. He's got Baza and Chris. Here comes Baza now. DRS open on the McLaren. Got the medium compound of tyre. Using all the track available to him. And Baza now takes second place on those medium compound tyres. Chris Johnson now hounding the back of the Alpha. Is this staying at a lap longer for Dom, costing him?
Badly.
Chris Johnson on those medium compounds of tyre. All over the back of that Alfa Romeo. Will he try something now? This isn't normally an overtaking spot. And he chooses against it and settles back into fourth. But importantly, Jack's come out in clean air. That's what he needs if he needs to pull the gap on Luca. Chris Johnson all over the back now of Dom Smith. Can he make the move? Dom goes deep. Again, Chris, has he got the traction? No, he doesn't. Dom Smith will look like he'll
Where's the
hold
safety
on
car?
to fourth.
Yeah, I'm struggling there. These tyres are gone.
Angel versus Death has now been given a 3-second time penalty from race control.
Chris is all over me. He just can't get through. Bless him.
This will surely be the time for Alfa Romeo to box Dom Smith. And I think he will box now. He does. Dominic Smith pulls into the pit lane and Chris Johnson now cleared into free air. But Luca then continuing in front. 11.1 to the car behind. Yellow flag in centre 2. We got a Red Bull off and it's Angel versus Death.
Oh,
just after the Anderson Bridge and has damaged both end plates. So that will surely be him having to pit again. Dom Smith, where will he rejoin? Alistair ahead. Here comes Bossman Sean around the final corner. Oh, he's lost the rear. He's now got Jack around the edge. So what a move this would be from Jack. What a move that is from the Mercedes. And into 9th goes Jack. DRS now open as he heads past Bossman Sean. Good move there from Jack Craig. Incredible balls of steel there to go around the outside there. There wasn't much room, but he made it work. But he does have to pit again in this Grand Prix. Jack still with clean air, 3.6 behind Erlenang. This is exactly what Alpha wanted, clean air.
This is about to get worse, Dom.
It's not going to rain in time, by the way. It's not going to rain in time, so I doubt the medium's
I'm going to get stuck behind Erlang.
Oh.
He's on the mediums.
You've now got Jack chasing down Dom, but Dom does have the fresher tyre. Again, Jack though getting damage at the start while starting on the mediums. He probably should have gone to the hards and just gone to the end. It would have been quicker. But he's chosen to go for the medium compound of tyre, and that might have just ruined his race. Joe Sayer, as he damaged his wing.
I was just trying not to cut a corner. No, I'm good. I was just almost cut a corner.
Angel versus Death then, leaving the pit lane in P12. Rebel Kim 2.5 minutes behind as he locks up. And straight on he goes. Baza then, I think he's starting to reel in Luca a bit. 11.2 now the gap. It was 11.5 the last time I seen it. So the McLaren showing good sign of pace here.
What are the yellow flags for?
Okay, let me go. Cheers.
Jack Pearson now catching James Botham and Erlenang. He'll need to clear these guys quickly. They might not fight him. Yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure what that's for, probably for the Red Bull Kim. He's got Angel
Red Bull
Death ahead of him. Jack Pearson now, he's starting to catch Erlenang, he's starting to catch James Botham.
Can we call him Red Bull Ken?
Red Bull Ken it is for the rest of the Singapore Grand Prix.
Oh god, we've got cars off.
Jack now, very tight line through there. He's got traffic now. This
No
is
point,
not what he
no point even
wants.
asking who was off. Of course it's the Haas.
There's Red Bull Kim, and I think he's just been 2 laps down, right?
Wow.
And he's reversing going into the Anderson Bridge. That's not wise at all. But Jack now's going to have to clear these guys as quick as possible, and he's catching them at the most technical part of the circuit.
Oh no.
The final sector. Now these guys probably won't pit maybe till about lap 10ish, so he's got to clear them fast.
Well, he started flying too. He's all over
Rebel
me.
Kim's in the wall.
Almost.
There's wing everywhere.
You lose 27 seconds in the pit stop. Jack is 20.5 seconds behind Luca. So right now he would jump him and have about a 5-6 second gap. Bossman Sean given a penalty. Here he comes now. Does Jack go for the move? He does! Erlenang leaves him room. Jack just can't go through with it. Hasn't got the grip.
Oh.
Got to clear quickly though.
Do it after.
This is not fun.
As you can see on the screen, there is the gap to the leader, so you can see how much time he'll be losing. DRS on Erlenang, who hasn't got DRS, and he'll sail past and go into 5th. Now next is the racing point of James Botham.
That elite shot's his second shot, second hit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pitted again.
Jack
Got the
has
new medium
now
group.
boxed.
If he goes
And
on to mediums again, I'll get disqualified.
he's gone on to another set
He's
of
on red.
mediums.
He's getting disqualified then.
No,
He
he's on
started on
mediums
softs.
and
He started on
softs.
Started on mediums.
He's on mediums and softs. This game really is magnificent. He's mediums on the front and softs on the rear. Incredible.
Does that count? Are I getting the 2-step rule?
Inverness fan now. Alistair all over the back of Erlenang. Still yet to make his pit stop is the Toro Rosso. So Alistair will want to clear him quickly. He's got a chance here of a good second place. 27 seconds again is the gap you would lose, and he's 22.6 behind Luca Chiapelli. So he would jump him as well and go into
My
second
engineer
place.
just said rain is imminent.
Rain imminent. But we know with Singapore, is it going to be too hot to actually get wet? Erlenang's lagged, and Alistair's hit him. Alistair now, I think, has wing damage, and Erlenang is out with this Grand Prix.
What
Not
happened?
what the Toro Rosso wanted. On the broadcast camera, Erlenang lagged and hit Alistair. Well, Alistair hit him because he lagged, and he flew into the wall.
Oh, what is this down
So
here
we
now?
hope Erlenang is going to be okay.
Oh,
That
this
looked
isn't
like
Kim again, is
a
it?
nasty incident, but Alistair picking up damage. That's not what he wanted. Not at
It
a
is,
track
the other way!
where you need
Kissed
downforce.
me lap 3 times.
You can see the Mercedes is struggling.
Oh no.
Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, and it's Red Bull Ken going down the straight, barely upshifting.
No, Chris
James
Johnson
Botham now.
catching him.
Alistair,
Not
even with
Singapore,
wing
not
damage all
again.
over the back of the Sport Praiser Racing Point car. See that Alistair still got half of his battery to use, but this is helping Jack get away from the Mercedes. Here comes Alistair. Does he think about a move here? No, he doesn't. Backs out of it and thinks better of it. He would now be constantly losing time if he wants to come out ahead of Luca. Lap 9 or 15 of the Singapore Grand Prix, and Alistair still finding a way past Botham. He's hit him. A little late on the brakes there. Probably damaged the wing some more. But also then getting frustrated behind the racing point, and he has damaged that wing some more. That will probably need to be pitted. He could maybe go to the softs and fight his way back through, but not great there for Alistair, and I think that has ruined any chance of a good result. He's been struggling in practice sessions all week, comes to the race and is in a very good position, but I think he'll probably need to pit and get a new set of tyres. Rebel Kim's been given a 3-second time penalty. Don't know how he's not been disqualified yet. But is Alistair going to pit? Alistair is going to come in, and so is James Botham, but it will be a wing change for the Mercedes. But will he go for the soft compound tyre?
Luca fitted.
Luca is now into the pit lane and is leaving now. And Jack is miles ahead. Luca 6.4 behind, but is on the soft compound tyre. Can he fight back and get ahead of the Alfa Romeo? Jack's still got the 2 McLarens ahead of him, who are yet to pit. He'll want to clear them as quick as possible and maybe help Luca catch them and hold him up just a little bit more. James Botham rejoins on soft compound tyre. Alistair rejoins as well on the soft compound of tyre. So he does rejoin in 9th, so he still is in the points.
Michael, hold him up. Hold James up.
Bossman Sean overtaking what looked to be a Haas. Jack does the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on those soft compound
Who's in the
tyre.
wall? Oh, Shovel Kim. Oh, no.
Of course it was Kim.
You got excited there for a second.
The McLaren's still yet to box.
They're waiting for the range, I think.
He's got to get past his McLaren as quick as possible. But if it rains, it's going to have to bucket it down.
They're going to have to queue as well if it rains. They both have to come in at the same time and just queue.
Oh, I've got the fucking wall.
Jack's got to get past. He's got a lot more battery than both McLarens. Message in the TGP chat, but I can't have a look at it at the moment. Jack then gets ahead of Red Bull Kim, who moves out the way for about the 10 millionth time in this Grand Prix. Dom Smith then in for Baza now has finally called it a day and come in for the soft compound tyre. Luca 5 seconds now behind Jack. Is it enough to catch him before the end of this Grand Prix? Jack will now get DRS and slipstream on Chris.
It might actually rain, you know.
Pulls to the
be
left hand
interesting.
side, does the Alfa Romeo, and is ahead of the McLaren and retakes the lead of this Grand Prix. Started 4th, now leads. Yellow flag in sector 3, and it is Red Bull Kim. Dom Smith then a very lonely 4th, 16 seconds behind Luca, but 5 ahead of Baza, who is now on fresh rubber. And can he hunt down the man from the Isle of Man? He's got used to being overtaken with a few laps to go, especially on F1 2014 in Spain.
It's raining. It's raining.
It is
Is it
now
raining?
raining.
Oh, Chris Johnson stayed out. Could be.
Chris Johnson
It's
has
not
stayed
raining,
out.
It's not raining.
It's not raining from Alfa Romeo, but it's raining according to Michael Kenny. So Red Bull and Alfa Romeo clearly not got the same weather system. Front wing absolutely everywhere. The Marshals have done nothing in this Grand Prix yet to remove any bit of debris. But look at now, all over the back already of Chris Johnson. 1.2 is the gap, already down to 1 second in one corner. Look at flying on those soft compound tyre. Has he got DRS? No, he doesn't. He'll have to wait now for the other straight to use the DRS. Dom Smith then is being caught by Baza. Not long now to go in this Grand Prix. 3 laps remaining.
I'm going to drop like a stone in a minute.
Oh, look again, very closer to the back of Chris Johnson. He will now surely pass the McLaren, and indeed he does, and sails into P2. And now he can see Jack Pearson in the distance. 2.5 the gap. Can look at. He's missed a few weeks. He was in the title fight. He's dropped back a bit now after missing a few races. He could really get it back on track here by beating Jack in the first race of the night.
Joe, do you have damage, by the way?
No, just shit.
Angel versus Death, another time penalty.
Whoa! What was Kim? Fucking hell.
Oh, it's raining!
It's raining.
It's now
It's raining.
raining!
Rain,
This could be very interesting. Just like to
Joe,
note
that
something.
means you're screwed, by the way. We're on old hard. They're fucked.
Spa 2008 needed.
Dom Smith was in a good position when it started raining in F1 in 2014 and was overtaken. He's got a McLaren hunting him down. Will history repeat itself?
No
Where's
chance.
the rain? It's not on my screen.
I'm
It
getting
is raining.
It's middle sector, middle sector.
Oh,
When you get to it, you might see it. Oh no, you're not. You're in middle sector.
Look at Chiapelli catching Jack. Now,
What do
if
you
it
want?
is raining, those softs will be brilliant,
Get
especially
out the
being
way.
fresh.
Yeah.
There's a big train behind me.
Yellow flag in sector
What's Chris
2.
Johnson going to do?
It's Red Bull Kim. He's completely out of stop and 7 minutes behind.
Chris Johnson, is he pitting?
Chris Johnson stays out.
He's waiting for the rain there.
Dom's wanting the
Come on,
podium,
rain.
but Luca now really starting to gain on that Alfa Romeo. 1.2 seconds is the gap. Red Bull Kim has been disqualified, parked in a dangerous location. It's about time to be honest.
Been there half the race.
Hasn't got DRS just yet. Has Luca Chiapelli. He's just out of it.
You're
Looks like-
overtaking. I'm about to get
It
overtaken.
looks like the grip is starting to disappear. Joe has got James behind him. He's got Alistair. Jack is quite far behind him. But there goes James Bothan now on Josiah. Good move from the racing point now. Can Alistair find his way past Joe Sayer in the Red Bull? Joe Sayer will be given DRS on James Bottom, so he might not be able to do it this time around. Just look at the grip that the Mercedes has on that fresh rubber. Here comes Alison on the back of Sayer Sports. And Joe's just too quick in a straight line. Alison's later on the brakes, trying to go around the outside of the Red Bull. Can't quite do it. He's all over the back, he's pushing him, he goes for the inside this time. Can't make the move on the Red Bull. Joe defending well and making sure that Merc doesn't get past. Chiapelli is bouncing within a second of
Baz is about
Jack
to get me
Pearson.
too, I think.
Baza within half a second of Dom Smith. Can he find a way past the Alfa Romeo? Very good race so far for Baza. Well, Chris Johnson
fucking push me round the fucking corner into the wall.
Time around. Chris Johnson has stayed out. No, surely that'll be him disqualified now.
He has
No, he's got one
lap
more
to
chance.
Oh yes, lap 14, sorry. I forgot Jackie across the line. Chiapelli
get me, I
can't
think.
now get close to Jack Pearson, but here comes Baza now. Alistair, has he got damage? I heard a bit of moaning on the Red Bull team radio. Alistair does have damage, so I'm assuming he's hit Joe Sayer, but here comes Baza now on Dom. Just a little bit too far back. You can see the grip starting to go. Jack's been given a 3-second time penalty, which shouldn't affect them, as
Which
Angel
Jack?
versus
Oh.
Death is a long way away. Chiapelli, I think his tyres are starting to go off now,
Here we go.
along with the rain, but can't do anything. Here comes
really
Baza now.
raining now.
With the DRS, the track is getting worse and worse. Here comes Baza now. Dom goes defensive. Baza pulls to the right hand side, hits the wall on entry, and I think it's damaged his wing.
Oh,
Trying to go round the outside now. Dom Smith, this should be some move if he makes it work. Tries to do the switcheroo, but can't quite do it. Dom Smith defending well, and it's getting heavier out there. Jack Pearson's been given a 3-second time penalty.
break too
Who's
early,
been given a
didn't
3
I?
seconds?
Jack
Yeah, I
Pearson,
broke too early for the
3-second time penalty.
Break early, turn late.
Oh, Baz was so close.
Bazak getting closer now. Can he find a way past Dom? You can see the light flashing on that Alfa Romeo. That means he's running out of airs. Here he goes. Bazak trying again to get past Dom Smith. This is the closest battle on the circuit at the moment. That McLaren struggling with understeer with that damage from. We're getting very close there. The back of the Alfa Romeo. No one's putting it in the wall. Was the McLaren. He's got a lot more battery than Dom Smith to attack on this last lap.
Oh, bottled it. Fucking can't believe
Lag.
it.
Baza goes wide, no penalty, and Chris Johnson finally has now pulled in. He's gone to inters.
That's a horrible decision.
Intermediates from Chris Johnson. Now,
Oh, it's working out.
I don't see where he's got that from.
Sitting duck here, surely.
This time, Baza, bit of lag there on the
Frame
spectator cam.
rate
That
is
is beautiful.
dropping.
Here we go. Can he make the move now on the
Yeah,
Alfa
right.
Romeo? Pulls again to the right hand side. Round the outside goes the McLaren. Dom defending well. And holds it still, does Dom Smith. But Mavaz is on the inside now. And Dom Smith, I think, has to admit defeat. No, he doesn't. Excellent move here from Dom Smith. And that might just be enough. There is one more straight for Baza to try. But it's not overly long.
Oh,
Well, Baza's now been given a 3-second time penalty. I don't think Dom has one, but we've got to turn our attention now to the front runners. Jack Pearson started fourth, drove brilliantly till the penultimate lap and has been given a 3-second time penalty. He wins on the road,
Classic
but
Pearson.
Chiapelli wins the race.
I'll be surprised.
Luca Chiapelli wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Dom Smith still holding on here for this podium. Can he hold on? I think he will. Don't think that McLaren has enough. The fresh rubber starting to go away and the damaged front wing. Dom Smith.
Oh, it's very slippery now. Jesus.
Final corners. You know the team radio there from the Alfa Romeo, but round
Well
the
done,
final
Wes.
corner.
That's a couple of corners.
Dom Smith
Yes.
gets the final podium. Baza will come home in 4th. Bossman Sean from pole position, not the race he wanted.
Well done, Dom.
He'll be 5th. James
good man,
Botham
that man.
6th. Josh Sayer will come home in 7th. Alistair in 8th. Chris Johnson on the inters
Quadruple my points.
in 9th. Jack
Oh,
Craig
sick,
is
mate.
10th. And Michael
Out of
Kenny
penalty, so I dropped behind
is
the Terriers.
11th. That is your Singapore Grand Prix. Jack wins on the road, but doesn't
Wow, James
win the
Botham,
race.
P5.
Sake, man.
Fucking curb, second last corner, every time. If you brake too early, then you turn in later.
So, just while I remember, did anyone know what actually happened at turn 1?
Yeah, my bad. I got sucked
I
in.
kind of got it on the stream. There's just a Ferrari going sideways.
Before this
Yeah,
race,
mate.
James.
Ferrari. That's me. I got hit from behind, I think. And then
Before
I
this
hit
race,
up.
James Botham had scored 2 points in 14 races. He's got 5 times as many points in this race alone, with P5. Joe Sayer had 2 points before this race. He's gonna got 8
Michael
today.
10.
Michael Kenny had 4
Nice.
before this race, and he's now taken no more this race.
At least I'm now the #1 medal driver.
Some things never change, do they, Michael?
How is James
Sorry,
Botham
who's that?
fifth? Well done, James. Driver of the day. 2 alphas on the podium. Look at my Asian Chinese lady on P3. If it's going to show her. There she is. Nope.
You wanna go in?
Well done, Jan, on that great podium.
Just gonna grab a drink of the brew.
Fastest lap went to... Was it Elite Shots? It was. Elite Shots takes the bonus point. 2 points scored from that race.
So there is your Singapore Grand Prix. Luca wins thanks to another Jack Pearson bottle job, which isn't surprising in TGP. Don Smith is 3rd, 4th is Baza, 5th is James Botham, 6th is Slayer Sports, also known
How many
as
drivers can have
Joe.
penalties? 1, 2,
Bossman
3, 4,
Sean
5.
is 7th from 2nd on the grid. Alistair is 8th. Chris Johnson is 9th. Jack, after an abysmal Grand Prix, is 10th. And Michael Kenny is the last of the runners in P11.
Well, Luca, 14 league wins now. Puts you level with Alex Coates, 1 behind Chris Johnson, and 2 behind the top 10, which includes Jack Pearson on 16. So, well done. 14 wins, Luca.
Is it you in first, Dom?
It is me in first.
Of course it is. It's been in TGP2 for about 1,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, you got something like 30 wins.
It would have been 31, but Aiden decided to rob a win off me back in Spain, F1 24.
Then what a day that was.
He
Back
got
of the
lucky with the
grid,
rain.
overtook Dom in the rain, 2 laps to go. Brilliant.
got lucky with the rain.
Okay.
Well, let's go, everyone.
We are just sitting in the driver's briefing at the moment as they go over what can be done off track limits for Russia. Someone is going through their menus. Probably Dom Smith.
Sending the last invites out. Thank you, Luca.
Thank you for the big notification on the stream, Luca.
Luca's now second in the championship.
So, Joe, after doing 14 laps in the hards, how much do you want to die?
Okay. Dom.
Yep.
Aye.
Don't know why, but I got a sudden urge to sing the Europa League song. It's pretty good.
Please be rain. Please
Someone's
be
in
rain.
their
Please
PlayStation
be
as it
rain.
sounds like it's about to take off.
You got a video on Facebook of the cockroaches that crawl into your PlayStation because it's nice and warm and dark.
Ooh. Nice.
Please be rain. Please be rain.
And asked, who is Inverness? And then Luca replies, Inverness is a city. Player of the year.
To be fair, Erlenang lagged. That wasn't on Al, so that was Erlenang lagging.
Good luck, everyone.
Might like two. Might like a lot.
Might
I've
like
too much. Might be.
What's that might be bit for?
That's what they say at the end. Might be
Yeah,
too
they go,
hot.
might be.
Might be well hot. Might be.
Might be. Oh, it's wet.
It's bone dry for Russia qualifying. And unlike Singapore, you will see the full 18 minutes of qualifying, which means I now need to find stuff to talk about for the next 18 minutes.
No
one out on track yet.
How many seconds or penalties will Jack get at this race?
Well, I got 9, so Jack will get disqualified.
How many laps
First
will Kimi
car
lap again?
out on track, I think, is going to be Smokey J's. Can he take
Hang on.
back-to-back poles?
Sean, did you
Yeah.
finish that race in Singapore?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
How is it you don't finish races? You can always finish a street circuit.
Well, I did finish it with no front wing after 14 laps in the hard tyres, but hey.
He's not finished.
Monaco and Singapore, I'm just really good at. Well, I'm not good at, I'm slow as shit. But
Everywhere
like, I'm
else
able
where there's
to
no
finish-
walls, you always win it.
Yeah, like I'll crash here somewhere.
I don't know, it's got walls all
places.
around this track. You should be fine.
Yeah, but they're not right by the corner, you know? If they're not right by the corner,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in danger.
Okay, we speak after.
I forgot to.
Dom, you're lagging like a mad bitch.
Yeah, I could say that you lagging for me, so I don't know who it was, but.
Tommy's a mad bitch.
I'm just saying, fuck, he likes a quick back.
No.
Three cars then at the moment out on those medium compound tyre. That is Inverness Van, Smokey J's and Daz. Only 3 cars opting then for the medium compound.
Dom, why are you AI, mate?
Phone just decided to start ringing.
Classic Marco.
I'm gonna back off, Dom. Just letting you know now.
Okay.
It's yellow flag inside the 3. That will most likely be from cars backing off then. We're going to go on board now with Jack for the lap of the Sochi Autodrome here in Russia.
Backing off, Dom. Backing off.
Down into turn 1.
Jack who?
Very difficult turn 1 and 2 as he's completely ballsed it. Runs wide on the exit.
That was a horrible corner.
Smokey J's is out.
Oh,
Oh, he's out. Oh, he's binned it right in front of Jack there. We've seen the aftermath of the incident there, riding with Jack Cray. That'll compromise his lap time a little bit.
His lag is unreal.
But the
he's
Haas
not
then,
ghosted, by the way, guys.
definitely. He got
Got
pole
to
in
avoid him.
Singapore, but he's not even going to set a lap here in Russia. So still on board number of Jack. The rear getting a bit squirmy there. Coming on now to
Whoa.
the second of the DRS
Black Betty.
straights.
So, yeah, he's not ghosted yet, has he?
No, yeah, he's gone now.
Yeah, I
You
have
see
to
him there
avoid him as
fiddling
well.
with his ERS modes. 199 miles an hour, 200, 205 now for the Mercedes. Into the left, then right-hander. Under the bridge it goes. Sponsored by Fanatec. Here comes Jack now into a very complicated last sector. It's,
Fuck off!
the track's got some undulation in it. Here
Check
comes
that, we get a
Jack
penalty.
Craig then in the Mercedes. Where can he put this? Round the final corner, here comes Jack Craig. He will go provisional pole after being the only one to set a lap time. Next across the line will be Luca Chiapelli in the Renault. Here he goes, number 14. Brake discs glowing there. Here comes Luca now. Can he go pole? He can. Next will be Alistair in the Mercedes. No, he can. A 133.4 is off for Luca. Dom, a 135.2. Angel versus Deck goes fourth. Alistair on the medium compound of tyre goes third. A 134.6. So about a second, 2 seconds even, to gain for Alistair to get near his teammate of the 132.6. Some lap time there from Jack, but we probably will see the lap times tumble.
So are you downloading something?
I don't think so.
The whole
Lagging
lobby's
so
laggy. The
badly.
spectator cam's awful.
Yeah, but Joe's like bouncing from corner to corner. I can't see him.
Now, on board now with Joe Sayer. He's actually very slow there, but he's really not. 205 miles an hour. Into turn 1 he goes.
Oh! Yeah, fuck this.
Oh dear.
And the Red Bull
I
driver.
nailed it first time.
Not
I
happy
nailed it
at all.
earlier, and now I can't do it.
Now I go, it's Barcelona v Chelsea.
Yes. No, who actually is playing? United Preston or something? Bristol. Who are
On
they
board
playing?
now with Chris Johnson.
No idea.
Currently P14, last of the runners, been yet to settle up.
Rochdale, that's the one. I knew there was a D in there. I was about to say Doncaster.
They're playing Dover.
Don't even need
Robo's
it.
at the wheel.
TGPU proudly sponsored by Inverness Caledonian Thistle, because Rob was at the wheel. But Chris Johnson now, currently 14th place, and on a lap, he will pick up his teammate's toe here. Apologies for the stuttery replay cam, we can only blame the F1 TV director. Chris Johnson then opens his DRS, getting a toe then from F1 Baza, who hasn't got it open and is on an outlap, so good teamwork here from the McLaren as he gets out of the way. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3, but that'll be Baza getting out of the way of Chris Johnson. Here comes Chris then. He's going to come across the line. Where can he put that McLaren round the final corner? He goes third at 134.0. So Jack Craig then comfortably on pole position at the moment. A few cars now leaving the pit lane. You've got Red Bull Kim, Boss Man Sean.
What are you
Jack
doing, Kim?
heading back out there.
Kim!
You can't hear you, Sean.
Oh, he's completely gone out of the circuit there, Kim.
Doing?
That white line
Just
meaning
stop
nothing
and
to the
stand.
Danish driver. He's hit the wall. He's hit the wall at 70 miles an hour. Sometimes
one too many.
some people, they're just incredibly good at this game. But Jack Pearson
One too
on
many
an
before
outlap,
the race
about
this
to
evening.
start. Round the penultimate corner comes the Alfa Romeo. So we'll stick with him for a lap. See how well he can do in that Alfa Romeo. He'll want to do better than what he done last time out in Singapore. Would have had 3 wins in a row. Well, technically he does, but he had a penalty, so Luca then got the win. He won on the road though in Singapore. Here comes Jack Pearson into turn 1. Very difficult corner. Does the Alfa Romeo want to slow down? I don't think it does. I think he gets away with it though. Angel versus Death on the inside. Now that would have been terrifying. Jack's gone wide. The Alfa Romeo's not looking comfortable at the circuit. It's not doing what Jack wants it to do. It looks
Sorry, Joe.
understeery, it looks oversteery.
I'm
Doesn't
ghost at
look
the moment, I'm
comfortable.
ghost. I'm trying to change my camera.
But on strict, it's just about getting that first lap in. You don't want to be going full pelt constantly, and then you don't get a lap in. Jack slightly runs wide there. Number 74, fighting for the title. Lost the TGP2 title in F1 2017. Started the season well, but couldn't finish it strong. It's gone straight on. I think he's just abandoned that lap time, or he's completely misjudged his braking zone.
Oh, no, partially.
That's a Red Bull Kim completely stopped. I knew the Haas was slow, but I didn't know it was this slow.
This is Kim's first time on a pad in apparently 4 years. His wheel broke before tonight, unfortunately. So he's back on a pad.
Absolutely no excuses.
He doesn't.
You know, like you said,
turn
we should all
one.
be running.
I
we should be
can,
running
I'm
no
sorry, but
excuses,
we're
Chad.
never going to ride on board with Kim again. He doesn't know how to upshift. You're sitting listening to maximum revs. My ears can't be doing that. Here comes Baza then. If he's on a lap, he's not using the DRS. He's 1.4 off, I don't think he is on a lap. But also then, he is on a lap, and I think he is 6 tenths up in Sector 1. Strong showing there. I think he's getting the tow from his teammate, I believe. I think that's Jack ahead of him. I think it is. Jack's coming through the middle sector now. It is. So Jack giving Alistair the tow. Normally we see Alistair giving Jack the tow. So role reversal here at Mercedes. But Alistair did his first lap on the medium compound of tyre. He's now on the soft. The only person to say is on the mediums is Smokey J's. But the car's not even in the garage at the moment. It's behind the barrier. And on a pickup truck. On board now with Alistair Bain in the final sector then.
Don't leave the pits, don't leave the pits.
Car doesn't want to turn in there. Oh no, Jack Craig's at the wall there. That'll put Alistair off a bit. Jack Craig into the pit lane he goes. Alistair round the penultimate corner. Where can he put that Mercedes? Will it be a Mercedes front row?
Oh my god.
Alistair goes second. 3 tenths. 2 tenths off his teammate. The Alfa Romeos then, to get them up the field, they're going to try the tow as well. So Mercedes looking strong. The closest person to them is Luca Chiapelli. And Luca is 7.5 tenths off his teammate. You can see the gaps there.
I haven't got a teammate, Aiden.
Didn't mean to say that.
Sweet man.
Look at Chiapelli goes pole, half a second quicker than Elite Shots. Joe is out of the session. Probably the Honda engine giving up, not surprising.
I need to get a lap in, Dom.
Yep, go.
But look at Chiapelli snatching pole from the Mercedes.
Might add some more front wing on as well, Dom. This feels awful.
So the Alfa Romeos then activating mode slip, often heard from the Renault boys in TGP1. And it most likely will be mode slip plan A, where Jack gets the slipstream from the second driver. The wingman, should I say.
Okay, I've got issues.
I think the Alfa Romeo then, is he going to come into the pit lane complaining that the car is unsettled? It doesn't look nice when he's going through the corners. The car just doesn't want to do what Jack's telling it to, but I think he has decided to stay out. That is risky. It's not a very long lap here, so you might get another one in if he decides to try one.
5.5 minutes left.
So Jack Pearson then yet to get a lap in. He's going to have to get one in soon. Clear track ahead of him. Riding on board with him now. Turn one again, just taking it easy, wants to get that lap in. What? I think that is an invalidated lap, so that will be
Jack pit, and we'll go out
an
together.
imported one.
Just cut the corners and box.
So box
No.
is the message from Alfa Romeo. Jack struggling to get that car tuned for this circuit. So at the moment then, your front three is Luca, Jack and Alistair. Jack starting his lap time now. What can he do? Very close to the wall then is Jack.
Do you want me to tell you, yeah? I'll have to do it.
Yeah, please, I'm really struggling it.
So the only people not to set a lap time are Smokey J's, who is out of the session. Bossman Sean, Rebel Kim and Jack Pearson, and Jack Craig aborts that lap, so really struggling is Jack. Alistair's been demoted to 4th as Erlang in the Toro Rosso goes 4th, and Dazik I think is going to pick up the tow here from his teammate. He's backed out of it, he's gone 5th on that last lap.
It would have been very close, that.
Dominic there, is he leaving the pit lane? No,
No, I'm
Dom
not even
is
in the
now
pits. I'm
boxing.
coming in the pits now, look. Hello!
Hello. Hello. Well, you haven't got long, so I'm going to leave straight away, then just let you through on my outlet.
Rebel Kim's trying to leave the pit lane in neutral. That's how you do it in Formula 1.
Well, Dom, you leave the pit lane now and go.
Yeah,
We're not
leaving.
gonna
I'll let you through.
I do feel bad for that power unit.
You might be able to get 2 laps in there.
Might be. Might be more than 2 laps.
Let's go, come on, get me out.
Drop the clutch and let's go. I'm going to say that when the lights go out.
Yeah, you did.
Chiapelli then, your
Yeah,
current
that crack at the
provisional
turn
pole
one
sitter
was
in the pit
mental.
lane. Will he go out for a second run? 3 minutes remaining. It's now crunch time for the Russian qualifying. Jack's coming in here and could block Alistair if Alistair wants to leave. Kim has
Kim's out.
retired.
Sean.
Don't know if he has called it a day or if he's put it in the wall somewhere. Ready to go over Michael Kenny just to see. Who's got 3% battery, so I hope he's not on a lap. And Rebel Kim has put it in the wall. So confirmation there that the Haas man is in the wall. 2 minutes 30 remaining. Bazar
Look,
start
look,
in the
look, look,
McLaren.
Yeah, but I want to get 2 laps in.
You're not going to get to that, Sim. There's not enough time. There's not enough time. You can't. They won't be the time. We'll cross the line with a minute to go. A minute and 10 to go. You've only got time for one lap now.
Then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's no time to set 2 laps up.
Both Alphas out there. Jack in the title fight, but opting to give car number 2 the tow.
This is
If I
why
don't
he's
get a
never
lap
my
in, then I'll
title.
just go to, if I don't get a lap in, I'll just go to the mediums and do what's opposite.
Tyre wear isn't a big issue at Russia, so maybe the opposite strategy would not work just like in Singapore. But again,
Okay, back up, back up.
that is for Jack to decide.
You need to get closer.
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Drivers heading out there then for their final laps. On board now with
You
both
guys
man
like
Sean.
I'm about to slow down.
Okay, good.
How is that invalid? Oh my god.
Another driver then throwing the lap away.
I've enough fuel for another lap, luckily.
Hang on. I need to be at least close to you. Okay.
So
That's
we're going to
close
go on
enough.
board then with Jack for this lap.
Please don't.
Oh, you're joking. You know what, I'm actually just not going to settle up. No point.
Ferrari in the last sector, are you on a lap?
No, I'm pitting, I'm pitting.
Okay.
It's been a better lap so far then from Jack Pearson, the Alfa Romeo, looking hooked up. But Dom Smith then not dropping too far behind in the slipstream. Chris Johnson has called it a day.
Oh no, what the oh.
Oh, Jack's hit a wall. I don't know if it's invalidated the lap time or not, but it's definitely cost him a lot of time. Where can the Alphas go? Jack crosses the line. Goes 6th. Dom crosses the line, stays 10th.
Fuck! Sean, you should have settled out.
Why?
So I would have got fresh tyres.
Yeah, but my lap would have been my lap was invalid, so what did you want me to do?
Yeah, but you could have set a second one.
But I want fresh tyres.
Now it's the battle for pole. Luca's in there. Jack is in there. Alistair is in there. They're the only drivers now on a lap time. Who is going to get pole? Will it be a Renault or will it be a Mercedes?
Damn it. Fuck's sake.
Jack just turned in a bit too early, clipped the wall, compromised the whole last sector, but he's 6th and he'll pick up a nice hefty tow. Look at hitting the AstroTurf there, it's really compromised his middle sector.
Ooh,
And he's
what's
backed
that?
out of it now, so now attention will turn to Jack, so Luca will not improve. 6 tenths to find. Here comes Jack, where can he put that Mercedes? Stays 2nd, Alistair stays 5th. So Luca Chiapelli is on pole. Exactly where he needs to be. So another great qualifying yet again from Jack. Luca's back. He needs to get this time out back on.
Pole number 14 for Luca.
So there is your qualifying order for the Russian Grand Prix.
I might up the front wing a bit.
Okay.
For one.
Your discussions there in the Alfa Romeo box.
I wish my car had brakes.
It's called up in the brake pressure.
I can't go for
Sorry,
brake pressure.
almost.
Can't throw me.
Might be.
I set it too low to start with, so I'm screwed now. Can't throw me. I can't fix it.
So we're getting ready then for the Russian Grand Prix. Jack's title rival is on pole as he's in the midfield. He's going to have to make his way through the field nice and quick to make sure Luca doesn't get away.
This is going to go badly wrong.
As the teams are now doing their final checks for the second and final race tonight. 25% races in TGP with an 18-minute qualifying session.
Horrible strategy.
Okay.
It's a nice day, not too many clouds in the sky. Looking like a good day in Russia.
Keep it clean, everyone.
Dom Smith at race control, telling everyone to keep it nice and clean.
Good luck, we speak after.
Waiting for two teams to finally say that their car is ready to go, as the cars now are on the grid. The lights are coming on now. It's 5 red lights. Drop the clutch and let's go racing. It's Chiapelli now from pole, but it's a very good start there from Jack, pulling alongside. Jack Craig leads, heading down into turn 2. There's a McLaren in behind as well. It's getting all very squirrely at the back. Jack Craig leading from Chiapelli and now takes the lead of this Grand Prix. Here's a Toro Rosso on the inside.
What?
Luca's got damage and round, and Alistair's got damage as well, and he's round. Massive incident there.
John, come on!
And the two Red Bulls, both damage.
Do you remember when Dom said,
An
"Let's be
absolute
careful
messy
avoid
start there.
everyone"?
No one
Nobody
listened to race control.
What in the hell happened there?
And Inverness
Well
fan has
done.
come out worse there.
Well done.
Near the front and is now plumb last. Doesn't have a front wing, he does, but very little.
Dom, can you get to the end on mediums?
Oh,
don't know.
easily.
It's the best track for tyre.
You can do softs the whole way to the
Jack,
end if you
I've got
start
damage.
medium.
Mate, I have got damage. I've got half a front wing.
Well. Time
Don't
seasons
worry,
there when you
Dad.
had damage and God. I'm joking. You can hit. I'll stay out.
What is a front wing? That's the
An
real question.
absolute chaotic start at the Russian Grand Prix. We caught all of it. And you only get that on TGP. No, I'm joking.
It
All
was
these
the
drivers
Toro
are
Rosso
incredible.
who absolutely dive bombed the hell out of turn 1.
There was a late braking Toro Rosso, and it was just a
once it wasn't
concertina
me.
effect from there. Not sure who it was, but you'll see it on the stream.
Who leads the race then? Who's first at the
Jack
moment?
is leading the Grand Prix, almost a second clear of the McLaren Bazin. The two Toro Rossos, third and fourth.
Let's talk
Dom is
about
fifth.
let's talk about how dirty everyone is.
Boxing.
A lot of cars have damage.
Do I go mediums or hard?
Here comes Smoky J's now on the back of Dom Smith.
Medium,
Hard.
medium,
My
medium.
ERS is broken.
Yeah,
Why is my
medium,
ERS
medium.
broken?
No straight line speed there
Oh
for
my
Smoky
God.
J's. Maybe just not using the battery, but Dom comfortably ahead of fifth, but I think he's got wing damage. Smoky J's now will have a run on them this time. It's hard versus soft. Here comes the Haas now. Dom right around the outside. We've seen a mover. Charles Leclerc did it in 2018 on Kevin Magnussen, and this time it's the Haas that can't come out on top. But he's got
slow with that.
the slipstream now. He's got traction. Smoky J's up the inside,
Oh, no.
taking fifth. A lot of cars in the pit lane. Jack in the pits, Chiapelli in the pits, Bossman Sean, Joe Sayer, Inverness fan, and Chris Johnson as Jack Craig is streaking clear. He managed to avoid all of that by getting an amazing start. Bossman Sean, 3-second time penalty.
Oh my god, look how far ahead they are.
So the
That was a
drivers,
fucking
Jack
joke,
Craig,
that was.
Jack Pearson, Chiapelli, Bossman Sean, Sayer Sports, Inverness fan, and Chris Johnson will most likely be going to the end of this Grand Prix, and they've all opted for the medium compound tyre. Only two hard runners, and that's Red Bull Kim and Smoky J's. Everyone else is using softs or mediums if you were caught up in that first lap dilemma.
Someone just dive on the living hell out of everyone.
Yeah, it's a late breaking Toro Rosso. A very late
Toro
breaking
Rosso?
Toro Rosso. Dom
Oh,
Smith
man.
then has had enough of that down his front wing, and he is boxing for a new one.
To be fair, he's probably tired.
DRS now enabled. Jack Craig
Oh
then,
my
2.2 the gap. Pulled a second on lap 2 there. And he is in comfortable position here to possibly win his second TGP2 Grand Prix. The two Toro Rossos third and fourth in a beautiful position here. You don't often see those two at the front. And hopefully they'll be hoping to hold on to that.
Fuck.
Dom Smith to change the front
Turn.
wing and onto the
Oh,
mediums.
yeah.
Where will he rejoin compared to everyone else? Rebel Kim coming down the straight now. Jack also onto the straight, but Dom Smith crosses the line now. Rebel Kim is passed. It's going to be close here between the two alphas, I think. It is going to be very close here. Jack Pearson ahead.
So, okay, you are my buffer.
And he's ahead of Luca. Now will Dom
Oh my god.
play the role and block Luca Chiapelli, but Jack's got to keep it on the road first.
Yeah, have you seen what's in front, Dom?
Yeah.
Rebel Cam.
Oh
very
my god!
slow here.
Whoa!
What are you doing?
Oh no!
What's going
Oh
on?
my goodness!
What is he?
That is incredible.
Red
position.
Bull Kim, Red Bull Kim.
What are you
What is
doing,
that?
Kim?
Oh, he's hit
Oh,
Luca!
for fuck's sake, Kim.
Why no one
He's
likes
got
He's
him?
taking
damage!
my front wing
Luca's
out.
got damage!
He's taking my front wing out.
He's an idiot, man.
Ban him, Dom. Ban him. Honestly.
Bossman Sean now with
Outside,
the
on
Ferrari
outside,
gonna have a
outside,
go here.
outside.
This is what Jack wants.
He let me through, he loves me.
It's not what we want to see, but it's what Jack wants to see, and that's Luca struggling. Bossman Sean now on the back of Dom Smith. What can he do now? Pulls to the left-hand side, on the left-hand side even, the outside. Which will turn to the
Whoa, I
inside.
can't
I think
get
Dom's hit him. The Ferrari lost the rear, but Dom trying to hold it around the outside. This is incredible. Wheel-to-wheel racing between the two. Dom still trying to hold him. He's going to make sure Luca doesn't pass either. That was a car spinning on the inside, I think. There it was, Luca in the Renault.
Yeah, sorry, that was my wing.
Joe now under pressure from the Mercedes of Inverness fan, also known as Alistair Bain on this medium compound tyre. You will have DRS and Joe won't, so will he find a way past the Red Bull now? This is for a point paying position. Opens the DRS now, gaining on Joe Sayer. Rebel Kim has retired. Will we actually see a
that's
safety
ironic.
car? Here he comes on Joe Sayer. He goes to the inside, late on the
No,
brakes.
he doesn't. Late, not enough. I turned in on him.
Alistair Bain takes P10 from Joe Sayer. Joe now going to fight back here against the Scotsman. Can't quite get back past, and Alistair Bain now into 10th. Can he now streak away and try and catch Dom Smith in the Alfa Romeo?
Dom,
Come on.
I got a penalty for that with Kim.
Jesus.
Of course
Yeah,
it
I
was
got
with
the
Kim. Of
biggest
course
penalty.
it was. Prove it was with
Sideswiping
Kim.
the hell out of me. The hell was that about? He's weaving across
Well, Jack's
the
been
track.
given a penalty with that incident with Kim, but I think that will be removed. That was very dangerous driving there from Kim. Definitely more than one move. Giapelli's been given a 3-second time penalty. That damaged front wing. I think he's just going to try and take it to the end.
You have damage, Jack.
Took it to the rooftop.
No, but it feels like it.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Partly
So
damage.
Pearson then really struggling with the balance of that Alfa Romeo, struggling qualifying with it as well, and hasn't got an amazing amount of pace at the moment. Joe Sayer almost
is
without a
ridiculous.
second losing the rear there. That is what the Mercedes wants to see. Get him out of DRS and focus on catching the cars ahead. 2.9 seconds is the gap from Jack. Haven't mentioned him in the last couple of laps, but is doing a stellar job out front. Can save the battery, can save the fuel, can save the tyres. He's in control of this Grand Prix.
It's not coming up saying there is damage, but I think there might be.
It really
Look
looks
at your
like
map.
it's got real bad understeer.
There's nothing there. It didn't say anything.
That's probably
but
just
it
his
feels like
setup. If your
Bossman
if your
Sean
car
not wanting
picture's green, you haven't
to
got damage.
upshift. Oh, never mind, that's a game glitch. I'm going to come off board with him then. Here comes Bossman Sean then. On the back of your championship leader, who's really struggling to get to grips with this Alfa Romeo at Russia.
it. Might just let you go in a minute.
Man's wide.
Hey, I've
Josiah
got 2
gets a
penalties, so
3-second
don't
time
worry
penalty.
about it. I'd rather fight you.
Jack's
I'd
in.
rather not
Jack's
fight
been
you.
given a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Who's in the McLaren second?
And it's Baza who stays out.
Go on, Baza!
Stays out. Does Daz pit? Daz stays out. Smokey J's stays out. So Jack has jumped the gun and has given himself a penalty for it. He was in complete control of this Grand Prix, but now he's going to have to find even more pace to make sure he's out within a 5-second window. Now Jack Pearson is nowhere near Jack, so Jack Craig has a massive buffer to Jack Pearson behind. So he doesn't need to worry about that, he's just got to worry about going forward from now. Very messy turn one, mass incident if you are just joining us or wondering why the legendary Jack Pearson is down so far.
A legend? What?
Some say he is a legend.
He hasn't won a title.
Yet.
Here comes Jack then on the back. Sorry, here comes Boston Sean on the back of Jack. Car number 74 against car number 22. Alfa Romeo versus Ferrari. No, might be the other way around. Chiapelli, the first lap of the Grand Prix, 1:35.8. It's good pace there from the Renault man. He's caught up in two separate incidents which has completely ruined his Grand Prix. One last time out in Singapore. Was his 4th win of the TGP2 season. Jack Craig then only with 1 win to his name. That was in Bahrain. Currently in a net first, but has got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But here comes boss man Sean on Jack Pearson. Pulls to the right hand side. Chiapelli's been given another 3-second time penalty. I thought I was bad on Tuesday. Never mind. Jack holding boss man Sean behind here. Those battle, Dom could catch, and then Alistair and the Mercedes could catch. Maybe Joe Sayer, but he's dropped a little bit further back. Really looks like he's struggling with understeer in that Red Bull and oversteer. Those two still wheel to wheel. Bossman shot up the inside of Jack Pearson and makes the move. Will Jack be given DRS or will it go to Bossman Sean? On board now with Jack.
Who?
He's got DRS. Closes it before the braking zone. And stays behind Bossman Sean.
Dom, the car's all over the place, mate.
Yeah, I know, mine too.
Dom Smith then being caught by the Mercedes behind. Alistair had to pit on lap 1, so those mediums will start to go off. But they're probably still quicker than the hards and will be to the end of this race. Baza then, still yet to pit on the soft compound tyre, and as I say that, comes in now. Erlen Ang will follow him in the Toro Rosso. Smokey J's then will inherit the lead of the Russian Grand Prix, but still yet to make a pit stop. He started on the hard compound tyres. He's going very long in this Grand Prix. Lap 8 out of 13, he'll have to pit soon. Baza then, relieved off the lead from Smokey J's. Here comes Jack Hayden. This is the one that matters. He's got a 5-second time penalty. Was in the lead by 3.5 seconds. He's overtaken Baza now, so that's what he'll want to see. But now he's got to eke out 5 seconds or face losing the win. What is the gap going to be? Angel versus Death, I think, has come out ahead of him, and he has. Angel versus Death, also known as Michael Kenny, has come out ahead of the McLaren of Baza, and he drops to 4th place then. So Jack, that's what he wants to see. He's 6 seconds ahead of Michael, who's a second ahead of Baza. So Jack back in pole position now to win this race. Bossman Sean and Jack penalties. Both of them cutting
Good
turn
move,
1.
Alistair. Oh!
Alistair into turn 1, makes another move there. I missed it there, but now on board now with Dom as he looks to come back at the Mercedes. Dom back on the inside now. Alistair shuts the door and holds P9. Very clean here from these two. Dom Smith is suffering. Understood that at the second Alfa Romeo, really struggling with pace.
I can't drive. My controller's all sweaty.
Oh, that Fortnite.
Yeah, that Fortnite's like burning out of it.
Alistair then will want to eke out a gap because I do believe he has a 3-second time penalty. I'm sure Dom Smith and the Alpha can confirm that for us if you ask Jeff.
Jeff?
Smart ass. Anyway, Dom Smith is 9th. Sorry, no, Alistair's 9th.
Ah. I'm struggling, these tires are gone.
So I think Alistair has got a penalty then. That was someone's team radio, and I do believe it was the Alpha Romeos. Oh, Dom Smith's also with a 3-second time penalty. So he's got to get a move on in this Grand Prix if he wants to score some points.
I've got a penalty to them.
Angel versus Death is in, and it's Softs on. Smokey J's
Oh my God,
hards
who's
are
this?
off, and Softs are on, and he's come out ahead of Bossman Sean here, and in 5th on Softs. Very good strategy there from Smokey J's. Went very long in this Grand Prix. Baz 7.6 behind Jack, so it looks like Jack could be taking home the victory unless he gets another corner cutting penalty. But Bossman Sean on the back now with Smokey J's. Car number 22, the Ferrari.
No, Alistair doesn't have a penalty.
Alistair does not have a penalty then. Smokey J's 3 seconds time penalty. So I thought Alistair had a penalty, but I think I was thinking back to Singapore.
How far's Barry behind Jack? What's the gap for the front?
7.5.
Baz at 7.6 seconds separates first and second. So that, as it stands, Jack then would take his 2nd win in TGP2, his strongest year so far. Bossman Sean then following back from Smokey J's, but that's to be understood. Smokey J's on fresh, soft compound tyre and hunting down Daz, who's 4th in the Toro Rosso. Very good showing so far from the Toro Rosso, even though one of them did cause mass collision at the start of the Grand Prix, which ruined many drivers' races. There's a Mercedes facing the wrong way at the start, there was Renault's off, there was absolutely everything happening on lap 1 going into turn 3. But at the moment, Baza has eked half a second into Jack's lead. He only needs to gain 2 seconds in the final 3 laps to take the win away from him.
Jack, how far behind is Alistair to you?
6.7 is the gap between Alistair and Jack.
5.9.
I don't think Alistair will have enough pace to catch Jack before the end of the Grand Prix.
So, what's that, like 8.3 to me? Something like that?
Something about, I think it's about 5.9.
How many seconds have you got, Sean?
9.
5.
So Alistair would jump you at this point, but he's catching Jack, so Alistair's quick on these mediums. Mercedes then of Alistair showing strong pace, qualified very well, but just got caught up through no fault of his own in turn 1, 2 and 3. It was a brilliant launch by Jack, and Baza has now got it down to 6.7. Another 1.5 seconds, and Baza will win this race. A mistake, an unforced mistake, be it mind by Jack, could cost him here. It's now down to 6.4, 6.3. Baza
9th and 10th, Aiden.
is quick. Dom and Joe then. 9th and 10th.
Two legends of the sport.
Actual legends.
And
not
just like
fake
Williams,
legends.
their days are numbered.
No. Battling over 2 points here, mate.
5.9 is now the gap between Baza and Jack.
Well done, Bazza.
Baza is eking this in.
Jay's going for P4.
Smokey J's now overtaken Daz in 4th place. Sorry we missed that, I've been forced to watch battles for the wooden spoon.
9th and 10th.
I'm not going back to that. 5.8 is now the gap between Baza, another second, and he's got Jack here.
No, it's good. I nearly caught the corner. I thought I was going to get
Jack's turned down the ERS. Maybe that is why he's catching. But that is risky.
I was trying to give you more room so you wouldn't get a penalty.
Sorry.
As it stands, Bossman Sean would drop to 8th and Alistair would be promoted to 7th. Penalties then will come into play at the end of this Grand Prix. Bossman Sean then catching Daz. 1.7 the gap. Baza has been given a 3-second time
you
penalty.
fucking idiot.
He had a second to gain. He's now got 4 seconds to gain. And I don't think that will happen. So it looks like Jack will be taking home his second race win in TGP2.
Tires are gone.
What do you do to them? What are you on, mediums? How are they gone? What percentage?
I know, big one.
What have you do to them? Literally.
Jack's been given another 3-second
Which
time
one? Which one?
penalty. Pearson.
No.
Oh, right, yeah, I see.
I've no grip in this car. What's the?
Alistair here might be promoted to 6th. Jack's been given a 3-second time penalty. The race is back on.
You gotta tell us which Jack it is!
Bazza, the race is back on. Jack Craig's been given a 3-second time penalty. This is incredible stuff. 5 temps and Bazza wins this race. 5 temps and the race is Bazza's.
Come on, Bazza.
This, what a finish we've got here. They might be nowhere near on circuit, but it could
I'll have to
finish
give you a shout tonight.
between milliseconds between these two. Explicit stuff from there, Joe Sayer, but I'd rather you did it to me. 7.3 the gap now between Jack and Inverness. Bossman Sean, 3-second time penalty, so I think Alistair will be confirmed in 7th. Whether he can get 6th though from the Alfa Romeo, I think that'll be damage limitation for Alistair if he can get 6th. I'm loving this audio at the moment, there's absolutely none.
Nice audio.
Jack's caught Bossman Sean, but he's gone deep. No one's ever said that to Jack before. Daz is 5th, Bossman Sean is 6th, and Jack is 7th. 9 tenths now the gap. I think Jack Craig's turned up the engine. Indeed he has. He's now in overtake mode. He was running none. So Bazza has 9 tenths to find in the last lap. Here comes Bossman Sean now on Daz. He's been gaining through the second stint. Can he take 5th away from the Toro Rosso? He's got the DRS. He's got some battery, but not a lot. Daz's lights flashing, which means he's harvesting or got none. Bossman Sean at the inside. He's very late on the brakes. Gets it done. And is into P5. Very cheeky there from Bossman Sean. Can Jack now get past Dazek? These two all very close together.
No.
Bazza's been given a 3-second time penalty. That just puts the nail in the coffin. Trying too hard to eat that gap in. Angel vs Death has been given a 3-second time penalty. So many drivers could be launched up from the finishing position due to so many penalties. We could see Alistair in 8th get promoted to 6th. We could see Erlen Ang, who's 3rd, be promoted to 2nd. But here comes Jack. Inverness fans be given a 3-second time penalty. That will save Bossman Sean and Jack a bit. But here comes Jack now on Daz. Toro Rosso versus Alfa Romeo. Jack wants the inside, gets the inside, and is into 6th place. So he will be outscoring Luca today, who is running in 13th, not the greatest race. Jack's been given, oh never mind, unserved penalty,
Which
5
one?
seconds.
What are you doing?
Oh, he's very low, the brakes of the Toro Rosso round, and it's Daz. You think he hit the back of Jack there. But it's all about Jack wins the Grand Prix. Forgot to pan to him. But it's his 2nd race win in his career in TGP2. Dags gets promoted to 5th. Where will Alistair be promoted to?
He won't.
Stays 8th. 0.58. Bossman Sean stays ahead of him. Alistair finishes in 8th place. Sayer Sports is 9th. Dom Smith is 10th. Chris Johnson is 11th. Michael Kenny
I stay 9th.
is 12th. Luca Chiapelli, a very disappointing Russian Grand Prix. Won't want to see this one back. And he's going to do some donuts. No, he's not. Yes, he's tried to, but he's too shit. But 13th place then for Luca Chiapelli. A chaotic lap 1 probably would have ruined a great battle at the front between Luca, Alistair, both Jacks, and maybe a Toro Rosso. But that is your Russian Grand Prix, and it's Jack Craig to get a 2nd win in his TGP2 career.
Okay, well, so after all that, did I gain 3 points? That was ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous.
'Tis
Look
1-0.
at all the penalties.
Liverpool.
2 drivers without
Yeah, no, no.
penalties.
That race could have been a lot better if I didn't
Well,
have
that
4
was
corner
your Singapore
penalties.
Grand Prix. It's Jack to take his second win. Erlenang is second thanks to penalties from Baza. Smokey Days is fourth. Daz is fifth. Jack Pearson outscores Luca and is sixth. Bosman Sean is seventh. Alistair Bain is eighth. Thayer Sports is ninth. Chris Johnson 10th. Dominic Smith gets demoted to 11th. Angel vs Death is 12th. Luca Chiapelli, a race you will not want to see again, is P13. But that is your Singapore and Russian Grand Prix from TGP2. Join us next week when it's rounds 17 and 18. It's Japan and someone else. But that's been TGP2.
Korea.
Mexico.